Alrighty, guys, let's cover how you can get 10 times the results from any business coaching program that you're in. So I'm going to share with you a couple of lessons that I've learned both as a student, especially over the last couple of months. I joined like a new coaching program, which has been really good. And then also from being like a business coach. So seeing like a ton of really good results, seeing people struggle within programs for certain reasons. So guys, in this podcast today, I'm not going to talk to you about what coaching program you should join. I do believe that everyone should have a business coach, especially we're in the coaching industry. But I'm more just going to cover a couple of things to look out for, and then also a couple of actions that you need to take to get 10 times the results from any coaching program. So guys, like I actually joined a coaching program with a guy named Travis Jones about 5 years ago. So for those who know my story, our business was about to go bankrupt, and I went to an event. It was like a one-day event in Sydney. TJ presented, and I joined that program, and we were able to go from like literally like about 80 members at the time all the way up to 500 in 12 months. Now, in that coaching program, there were like hundreds of people in there. I think it was like 150 people by the end. Now, whilst I don't know everyone within that program because it's so big, I only know a handful, about 4 or 5 people within that program who actually made 7-figure businesses. So when you're kind of thinking about that, when you're like, hey, so many people were in the program. Some absolutely crushed it. Like, you know, one of my friends in the program has like 5 gyms now. One does like $500,000 a month. Another friend has like a multi 7-figure business. That what was the difference between those people and all the other people who didn't get results? Now, you can look at it on both prongs, guys. So obviously there's the coaching element and the program 100%, but then there's also the student. Like how good of a student it was everyone being within those programs. So let's cover a couple of things. Now, guys, I know it's like kind of funny and you'll see like lots of ads on social media. I'm sure you have lots of people reach out to you, but I truly believe that you should hire your business mentors very slowly. Okay. You shouldn't rush into hiring a fitness business coach because it's too easy nowadays to market, right, with paid ads and things like that, where you don't actually know the background of the person that you're working with. So a couple of things that I would really look for, and this is both as a student and then obviously running coaching programs. So first of all, you want to know who's running the program and how active are they in it. Because what will happen in a lot of coaching programs, because I've been in them, they teach you that the first thing that you should outsource is the delivery side of things. So quite often the person who's the face of the business isn't actually the one doing the mentoring. You'll get palmed off to someone else. So you want to make sure you know like how active the owner is, if that's someone that you've aspired to be and you've been attracted by their marketing, but actually how active are they within the programs? Because more often than not, right, the person who is the owner of the business has actually delegated all of that kind of coaching elements. Now, whether they've outsourced those elements, it doesn't really matter, right? You want to find out who are the coaches, okay? And one of the really big things, guys, you want to be coached by people who have done what you want to do. So say if you want to create a 7-figure fitness business, right? Doesn't really make sense to get coaching off someone who has never done that before. Okay, so you want to make sure, firstly, has the owner of that program done what you want to do? And then also, who are their coaches? Who are you learning off within those programs? Because it's very, very common where you won't actually get much engagement with the person who actually created the program. Now, also as well, guys, you don't want to, be caught up into those like crazy sales tactics where it's like you've got to start today and things like that. Don't let people rush you through these processes, right? You want to know, firstly, what has the person achieved? You want to look at success stories, right? How many people are successful within those programs? And ideally as well, guys, if you can chat to someone who has been in the program in the past, both positive, got really positive results, and 100%, guys, in all coaching programs, not everyone gets results. It's just like in your gym. So you want to try and have a chat to both sides about the pros and cons to it as well. Now, guys, I'd also be looking for an opt-out clause in your favor as well. Not a big fan, right, of coaching programs where they're like, hey, pay $10,000 or more, and you don't have any reason to opt out. Okay, so you should have like opt-out options where you don't have to continue on with the program if they don't fulfill their promises for whatever needs. Okay, so that way you have a get-out clause, right? Not a big fan in coaching programs of asking for refunds and things like that. But if you're in like 3 or 4 weeks in and you're like, hey, like this isn't for me, 100% they should kind of like let you out, let you move on and things like that. Now, when you want to join a coaching program, guys, you need to know exactly what you're looking for. Okay, so there's different programs that have different specialties. So they might be really good at marketing or sales or operations or VAs or Facebook groups, right? There's a ton of different ones out there, but you really need to know what you're looking for. And one of my friends, Andrew Ghoston, who runs Systems by Design, actually paid $16,000 for a course, right? Because he wanted one thing, which was a certain messenger script. Now, he now has a $500,000 business who is built off a messenger script, right? So if you go in knowing exactly what you want and exactly what you need, right, is going to make your experience a lot better, because often in coaching programs, like especially business coaching, there's 5 or 6 different avenues that you can take depending where your business is at. But you being really clear with what you want to say, hey, I want to join this program to learn how to generate 15 leads per week for my business, whatever it is for you. Okay, but you going in as the person purchasing with a very, very clear understanding of what you want will help you get better results within that coaching program. And guys, just a couple of basics. Like, I was so funny when I was in TJ's course, right? It was absolutely incredible. Travis Jones changed my life. But we would have like coaching calls and there would be events and there would be people in the programs not attending. And that shit just doesn't make sense, okay? If you're in a coaching program, right, it's not a factor of in life. Like, I didn't have time. When TJ was growing my business, I didn't have time to attend these coaching calls. I made time to attend these coaching calls and these events. I once had to like cancel my birthday. I had this massive like 3-day birthday party. We're doing pub crawls and all this crazy stuff. And I had to cancel that because TJ had an event in Melbourne. So just know within this, guys, you are in there to learn and you have to make time, right, to actually attend the calls and get involved. If you're not getting the results that other people are, really have a look at how engaged are you in the program and are you going all in? But it really, really baffles me in whatever coaching programs there are where people don't attend the calls that are provided. A lot of them do like group coaching calls and things like that. Or they're constantly moving around their one-on-one coaching sessions, right? You need to make that time so you get the most from whatever program. And guys, I really want you to engage in the community. So I'm in a course at the moment with Dan Bolton. It's on groups. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's called the High Ticket Club. And one of the things that have been a really massive benefit, obviously he's helped me a lot in many different aspects, but being involved in the community. And one of the things when you join a coaching program, because usually they're pretty niche specific, like how to grow your gym or your online business or how to get more out of groups, whatever it might be, right? And one of the things that I want you to focus on is getting around people who have similar goals, similar interests, and similar aspirations to you, which is one of the best things about masterminds or coaching programs. Like some of my very, very closest friends now, I have met in these coaching programs because you meet them and you engage in the community and you attend the calls and you just get on with them like an absolute fucking house on fire, right? Because they're on the same journey as you. And I think in life, having more people around who are there to push you, right, who have massive goals and aspirations makes you a better business owner at all times. So you really want to engage in the community, right? Chat to them, give value to them. Anything that you're doing from the program that's winning, share it in the group, right? Jump on the calls and make friends with people because these people will become your tribe, right? And you can have some incredibly powerful friends from these groups because they're there to grow their business as well. So in a couple of years, they might double, quadruple, 10x their business, right? And then you're able to be friends and be on this journey with them. And it's just such an amazing part of any mentorship program. And guys, you need to know in your programs how you can reach out for help, right? You need to know, can you reach out for help in one-on-one calls, or do you have to email, or do you Facebook message them, or whatever it is, right? Because that often happens in a coaching program. And I'll use the story of Dan. Like in Dan's program, Dan Bolton, the High Ticket Club, it's really good, right? I'm absolutely been very impressed with it. But there was about a week period where I was really unsure. I was like, hey, is this program for me? I'm not really sure where I'm going. I wasn't really sure of the direction. Okay. And I could have like sat and that just kind of like sat with me and I didn't do anything and I didn't like make any forward progress. Right. But by simply reaching out, he has like a really good support team, a guy named Thomas, right? They're like, hey, at the start of the program, there's usually a video on like how you get the most out of a program. So I rewatched that video and I was able to reach out to them where then they gave me a very clear line of sight on what I need to do over the next 30 and 60 days, right, to improve. You're not in this coaching program to suffer alone, right? And I can't talk for the coaching program that you're in, right? But you want to be able to be confident to reach out to your mentors and the leaders within that program when you are struggling or you are overwhelmed to get really focused and clear on what the next steps for you are within your business and also the coaching program. Right? We always say to people, don't suffer alone, right? You need to let us know. I know a lot of business coaches, right? They're very, very, very smart. They're not mind readers, right? They're not able to read their clients' minds. So you need to make sure that you're happily and very comfortably to reach out when you're unsure, when you're overwhelmed, when you're a bit lost. Because guys, of course it happens in any coaching program, a bit like what happens in your fitness businesses as well. And then the last one, which I actually learned off Alex Hormozi, he has like a really, really good video on this. He runs a company called Gym Launch and has like probably 1,000 other companies he does. But it really, really resonated me a bit once when I was doing a LinkedIn course. So I was doing this LinkedIn course and I was watching the modules and I was trying to put my own flavor on things, right? And I obviously wasn't getting the results that were desired. So I watched this video from Alex Hormozi and he's like, when you join a program, watch all the videos and implement without deviation until you have proof that it doesn't work. Right? Because these people creating the courses, they're not creating courses for you to fail. They don't wake up and go, hey, I'm going to like make this course like half-assed so my clients don't get results. They give you the absolute best stuff that they've learned along the way. And if you go back to point one, where you're actually learning off someone who has done what you want to do in life, they're going to teach you what worked well for them. And what you need to do is to make sure that you watch the videos and then implement their tactics without deviation until you have 60 or 90 days of proof that it doesn't work. And I've done this myself. In the LinkedIn course that I did, I was changing things. I was like going, hey, I'll do this post instead of this. This is how we'll message. And there was too much deviation, right? And when I went back to what they were actually teaching, go, hey, let's do this without deviation, I started to get the results that when I started, I desired within that program. And it's a really good lesson that if you're in a coaching program and you're not doing what they say they'll do and you're deviating off the plan and making changes, I would probably go back to actually following the mentors that you're paying and following their advice, right, to the T without deviation until you have that 60 to 90 days of proof that it doesn't work. Because like any tactic in business, like, you know, a lot of our guys in our program will change over from face-to-face consults to over-the-phone consultations, right? That obviously takes like a little bit of time to become very, very savvy at and to know all your scripts and everything like that. But what doesn't work is if you have like a sales script that they've given you and you don't close your first 2 sales and then you decide to change the whole script, right? Because you haven't given it enough time to actually become masterful at it. So guys, I really hope that everyone watching or listening to this is in a coaching program. It's going to recap a couple of things again so you can get 10 times the results. Like those people I was talking about at the start who now have 7-figure fitness businesses from that single coaching course that we joined like 5 years ago. So guys, hire your mentors slowly, right? Make sure you know their background, make sure you know the results, the pros and cons, and you know what's happening within their programs and how it works. Don't get rushed in by like whiz-bang sales reps. Take your time, right? Make sure you have a look around at your options at all times. Know exactly what you're looking for in coaching programs, okay? I'm joining this coaching program to achieve X goal. This is what I want to achieve, right? And if you're chatting with people on the phone about these coaching programs, if they have savvy sales reps, they'll be able to uncover things that you aren't seeing right now within your business. But just make sure whenever you join, you are very, very clear on the outcomes that you want from that program. Make sure you attend the calls, right? Don't join a program to not attend the calls. I know you're busy. Make time to attend the calls. Don't make excuses on why you can't attend the calls. Make sure you engage in the community, guys, because there's going to be like-minded people here who are going to grow really successful businesses, and this is going to become your tribe over time, right? I've met some amazing people from mentorship programs, some very, very good friends in my life at the moment. And I'm so grateful that I've connected with them, because now you have your mentors. But if you have friends who run, 7-figure businesses, 8-figure businesses, right, who you can call and you can get a bit of perspective on, those are the best types of coaches that you can have, right? Then guys, make sure you know how to reach out for help in your program. There's going to be times where you want to pull your hair out, throw your laptop against the wall, where you're super unsure. You want to make sure that it's very clear on, if you need help, here's how you raise your hand, and make sure that you do that in your coaching programs when you are unsure at all times. And then guys, watch the videos in the portals. Do what your mentors are telling you without deviation. Until you have 60 to 90 days proof of what they are teaching you is not working and will not work for your business. So guys, that's how you get 10x more results in any coaching program that you're in. I hope you got a little bit of value from today. If you have any questions or anything like that, please send me a message over on Instagram, Jimmy_Pomponio. If you guys need absolutely anything at any time, I'm more than happy to help make a podcast for you guys. You can jump on a call with our team if you do have any specific questions as well.